the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? The action is only moments away. All that and more coming up next.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. Brock, a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And off we go in Santa Clara. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And then brought out by the second rounder who's been climbing the leaderboard since 2014 at a Fresno State, Derek Carr.
One thing you can always trust about Carr is to give you a lot of games and a whole lot of numbers as a starter each and every season. He's just got a lightning quick release. I love watching him throw a football, but he's not gotten a lot of chances at postseason moments. And time is not on his side.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They bring Olave in motion. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Carr here from the gun. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running back sent in motion left. 2nd and 8. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Carr with it on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board, and the 1st drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. Gets this to Johnson. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Devondre Campbell making the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Nicotomney's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. Danny Gray to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down throw by Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. On the move into the red zone. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game. And he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
Working inside the red zone. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Shaheed now to return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Pressure coming for Carr. That's complete to Kamara. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Putting a receiver in motion. Blitz coming, Carr. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. He knocked him back across the line.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Working out of the gun. It's Carr. That's caught for the 1st. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but 3rd down, that hurts even more. Gives them the 1st. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, Carr connects with Johnson. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Man, these guys are sideline mavens. They always seem to know exactly where that boundary is without looking. He's not quite at that level yet. Lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. Carr. This is reeled in by Kamara.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Rolling again, it's Carr. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. He hit his 1st one. His 2nd one's coming from inside of 40. Nicotomney's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trimmed back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers and Brandon Ayuk running onto the field. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. This is ahead for about 5. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here. From the 31. Caught by Jennings. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Purdy on 1st down. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. Purdy throwing here on 1st. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. To throw again, it's Purdy. Throwing deep for the end zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now they send their back in motion right. On 3rd down, Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got it! And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. McCaffrey does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He's got a man left. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers will add to their lead at the end of the half. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers grow their lead to 8. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now motion him out of the backfield. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their third touchdown in 3 drives. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Catch made underneath by the back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Play action now with Purdy. Throw complete to Juszczyk. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning one of the tight ends. From the 48. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll start the 2nd half with McCaffrey. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They stick with McCaffrey. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Chase Young bringing him down there.
Manageable, an opportune 3rd down situation.
Short, here's Purdy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Shaheed now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carr here from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running back sent in motion. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 41. Kamara running out of the gun. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Nick Bosa makes the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Kamara. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by Fred Warner.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
It's Kamara on 3rd down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Carr with it on 1st. This is complete to Olave. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. One of the tight ends in motion left. We give on 2nd to Kamara. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Now Carr. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Running behind center with Kamara. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Saints now within 1 score in the 4th. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So here are the Saints facing a consequential two-point attempt. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Gray now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. They've got first down from the 31. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. He's back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They kick the running back in motion. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a short gain. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll go. It's McCaffrey. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
2nd down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. The kick is good. He got it! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game. So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the 2nd half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.